AKAPADers, welcome to that sweet 9 o'clock drop. I hope you guys are digging the new schedule. Yes, some of the morning videos, some of them are dropping on time, some of them are not. And that's usually, to give you guys a little bit insight into the production process. I usually go back and I'll rewatch a video and even listen to it 1 or 2 times before it gets to your eyeballs. A lot of times I say to myself, you know what, it's not quite there. I need to be a little bit more thorough. I should have researched this. Let me dig this out. And a lot of times when we get to those drawing tables and I have that beautiful stack of comics and everything perfectly seems to be there, well, that's part of the process. So just bear with me. We're still marching towards 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. That sweet, sweet, sweet spot. 6-9, guys. Let's go. Monetizing your hater. So over here, we're in my production room. I remember being at my drawing table when, essentially ISOM was dropping. And Eric July would have these individuals on, and some of them were great, but he would have these bits. It was like monetizing your haters, and I ate it up. I loved it. I loved the idea of him getting, some of the people coming at him online, and just putting them on full blast, but also giving people the opportunity to explain themselves. And he even had this one where the guy is commenting on some of the ISOM word balloons and the writing, and it was a work. It was a it was a fake image, and the guy was all in because he had a bias. He was not going to enjoy Eric July, and anything Eric July did, this guy came against. So that was monetizing your haters. What a wonderful bit. Tons of fun. And then there's this Riley guy, he looks like this. Riley looks like this. Not like that this part, but like this. He's a little dude. I don't know anything about him, honestly. But he's, as far from what I can tell, he's like a little dude, and he has like 2 arms and a pair of legs. And he was I guess you can say a full-time ready to go troll. He creates something called the Clipaverse. So you had the Eric July and the Ripaverse, and the Clipaverse, because Eric July has hair on his traps and back, which you can fully see. He shows it off. He doesn't try and hide it, and then gets copyright struck. And then later, Eric July somewhere in Dallas, and I was just in Dallas too. I would love to have gone to this event, but Eric July throws a Rippleverse event, and this Riley guy shows up and essentially gets arrested. And again, YouTube drama, Twitter, X, the drama comes. So we're not monetizing our haters anymore. And I just feel like that was such an interesting part of Eric July's identity. I feel like he used that to build a lot of his base and to really get his hardcore followers ready to go, weaponizing them, if you will. Him not monetizing Riley, it's such a weird move, because if you have someone that purely passionate about you, and Riley, I would say, is more of a fan than he is a detractor, because to kind of go against something, to go against something, you have to be as interested in it as you are against it. These are just the laws of the land. And for him not to monetize Riley's clear passion for Eric July and Rippleverse and not use it to his advantage, it makes me kind of go back to even the early days of Walt Disney, the early days of Stephen Jobs, where, you have to have enemies, and you have to promote those enemies, and you have to kind of be one with your enemies. The enemy of my enemy is my friend type stuff. And really, what I'm trying, even Stan Lee and Marvel Comics, you need people to come against you and to come at you. And yes, you should monetize them. You should eventually make them allies. You should start to weave giant stories and giant arcs that are part PR, public relations. Part of it's real, some of it's not, and then you get into the kayfabe as the work, and you get into all of this wrestling psychology that a part of being online, being on the online space, and doing even videos like this, like you're part kayfabe all the time. You put characters up. You are a character. Riley is a character that didn't like Rippleverse. So why not? Like, why not monetize it? And I don't know. Like, maybe you guys can let me know your thoughts below. Like, did Eric July misstep on this? I believe he did. And I believe some of the PR fallout, what happened was the people following Eric July coagulated, right? They solidified around him, so they go deeper into Eric July, and those that were on the fence and didn't like the books, and that's essentially what what that side's coming from. They just didn't like the comic books, like they're solidified and they're out. So he kind of like really split that fence, and I just feel like if he, monetizes haters, that's a great bit, and that's what we're doing online. Everyone has a bit online.